LGD play really well against it. But yeah, like I think there's still, you know, the clock we saw banned out last game. Phoenix is still in the pool. Like there's some big things here, and LGD they just take out the Mars. By the way, it's not surprising. The Yang plays so well on that hero. Like,
I think that hero is certainly proving a point in becoming a first phase ban, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So it just does not seem, at least to me, like it should be anything that gets through, because Mars has been so good. Like, it's been a game changer every single time, and now they go Phoenix on Vici. They still have a lot of ways to work with this. Tree and Protector could come in. I know that Vici, I know a lot of teams actually really love that combination, the Tree and Phoenix.
I'd be very surprised if LGD didn't go Mirana. Yeah, I mean, that's the one-to-one counter against the Phoenix, right? But yeah, I like you say, I wonder what they pick with it now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Axe is somewhat thing that like a lot of the EU teams like. I don't know how. I mean, I think we've seen one Axe so far this tournament, right? But it's not been hugely popular, which is surprising considering how popular Phoenix has been. I feel like Axe would have been a more situational pick. What else have they liked? Like they've really liked the Phoenix Disruptor combo as well, but I mean, it gets taken out now, so. Like you say, Tree, I mean, they could go for something like an Ogre as well if they wanted. I know C-Deck really liked that hero as well. If they just don't really want to give anything away. Centaur's there. Oh, they actually take it for themselves. I completely forgot about the Venge.
Wow. How are they going to go for the DOTA?
I mean, they could do. Vici love that combo as well, right? And they have the heal as well with the Phoenix. They've got the save from the swap. I'd be surprised if they didn't play the Vengers of 5, though, on Vici. I think it feels like more of a DY hero, right? He loves these like defensive save heroes.
Mm-hmm.
I think we saw him play Abaddon yesterday, which was really interesting. They didn't win the game, but was still nice to see, right? Like, these different things.
So what's to go with this Mirana? Are they going to go back to that Bane, try and make something that didn't work in the previous game work out for them?
No, I don't think so. I think they're trying to decide what they want to pair up with the Mirana in the off lane. Because if it is Venge 5, like they can try and bully that lane, right? Oh.
And they go Shadow Demon, which is normally seen on FY. It's like one of those heroes that both FY and X-Nova can play. More so, I think, on FY than not.
I think X-Nova's definitely played it before a decent amount, though, right?
Yeah. For sure.
I don't know how I feel about the Shadow Demon. It's okay, but again, it's like it's very single target, right? And if you've got a lot of this single target damage coming through, like the swap save just comes out, and then it's like, oh, we've blown all our damage on a target that we haven't even managed to kill. But it does mean a lot of carries that Vici might want to play are kind of a little bit more difficult now, like Terrorblade, for example, as well. Maybe even like this Naga or PL. You can just get the illusions on the Shadow Demon.
Ban the DK, ban the Bat Rider. Bat Rider has been one of those heroes that we see a lot that's aggressive in lane. I would have liked that too. I think that's a really good combination. You know, with what LGD had, and they go to the Visage ban. I'm surprised that there's still a lot of Visage bans. I feel like this hero hasn't exactly done much.
C-Deck won with it yesterday when Vici decided to dive tier 4s that were bloodlusted and glyphed.
Okay.
That was...
win's a win. Guess
first Visage win in a while, it felt like.
Yeah.
I wonder what they want to pair it with the Venge. Do they? Ori plays SF as well, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if that's something we might see this game, because I don't think we've seen. Have we seen one SF yet? I think maybe we did. I think it was in lane against an Ember. I can't remember. I feel like we don't see a huge amount of SF at the moment in China either. Like the mid pool seems so small at the moment. Like it's like Kunkka, Puck, DK, Quap, Ember, a Void Spirit as well. But apart from that, there's not a huge amount.
Maybe Viper?
Viper sometimes. We haven't really seen it very often though. That's a hero that we could see Vici pick up here as well, or he likes that hero a lot.
One of the issues with Viper is just how slow it is.
Yeah, it is, but Orchid's gone up in value now as well, which is kind of good on that hero.
Yeah.
Like the build-up's really nice, the mana regen is nice. So, I like the Prophet band though. I feel like LGD, when they're in a dire scenario, they do sometimes like to pick up that Prophet, right? Kind of like we're going to play the tempo game hero. Duam to Sand King.
That hero hasn't been picked at this event yet, and it's surprising because I think that hero offers a lot, like in terms of just going in and having that initiation, blink, burrow strike. You can hit multiple heroes.
I don't even think you need to go
okay
blink
in lane.
a lot of the time. Like a lot of the time, you can just build like tanky as well.
Yeah.
Like, go for the mech or like go for the pipe or whatever. But I feel like it started to gain a lot of popularity in EU, and I just haven't seen it here in China at all. There was a period just before the patch dropped where it was like getting really big there in EU. They've got 30 seconds of reserve time left on LGD. They're burning through a lot here. I think they're deciding whether they want to ban out the DOTA or not.
Or if they could play against it.
Yeah, they're probably playing through the second, like, picking phase in their heads. And they ban the tree still, even though we think it might be the DY Venge. Okay. Interesting.
That's the first thing I thought when I saw that Phoenix was that tree and just how much DY likes to play that hero.
Like, I'm not saying it can't be a core Venge. But...
Yeah, I mean, they're going through the mindset that they just put Old 11 on it. Not that I think Old 11 played that well on that Venge, but it wasn't exactly a game that he was able to succeed on.
It's Yang, right, that would play it?
Yeah.
I have no idea what they're going to pick here. I really don't. Like, the Shadow Demon round doesn't give anything away.
Okay. I like the Pango.
Okay.
Having that disarm, potentially having a blink dagger, go in, disrupt the fights. Like, Pango really offers you quite a bit, I think, in terms of just, like, mobility, disarm. The Rolling Thunder always feels pretty good.
So a lot of the time, it's going to be some, like, physical damage core that's going to be paired up with the Venger, right? So the Pango pick goes up in value because you're going to have this disarm available no matter what they go for. Whether it's DOTA, whether it's, whatever. So... I actually don't mind this. I think Beastmaster's really good here now, though, for Vici. I'm surprised LGD didn't go for it last game, to be honest. I don't know. The Raw's really good against the Rolling Thunder as well. Like, the only thing they have to worry about is that there's a save for the Raw duration, like in the Disruption. But I think it just pairs up so well with the Venge. Like, Luna's still in the pool if they want to go for that as well on Vici, which is okay. But again, like, this is why the Shadow Demon pick was so good, right? It starts to cover bases. Oh, okay, so it is going to be a core Venge.
Yeah, they go Bane, and it ends up being it's a core Venge, but could it be a 3-position Phoenix? Would they even think about doing that?
I don't think against this lineup so far. If they pick, like, a TB or something, they might, but... Oh, okay. There you go.
There it is.
But yeah, I mean, the Bane's okay as well, though, because like the Rolling Thunder, again, we talked about, you have the Raw, like the Fiend's Grip's the same thing, right? Like, you have some kind of like BKB piercing lockdown, so that the Rolling Thunder isn't just free. I love this Morphling pick, though. This is really good. Like, they don't have any burst damage at the moment on LGD, and it's a really good core-to-core matchup against the TB because you get the free Morph target. I worry for them a little bit, again, that they don't have a Beefcake for the Venge lineup. And yeah, good brood ban, actually. That would have been terrifying.
Any cheese picks other than Brood that you have to be worried about?
Meepo, but Meepo Morph doesn't work. Like Meepo TB doesn't work either. Like the thing is, because the Brood comes online like so much quicker, right? With like the first few minutes, I feel like Meepo, ever since that change to his ult, got slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he's a bad hero, but it's like slightly less mobile as well. Brood just kind of like takes over the lane, takes over the jungle so quickly.
Gets an Ags, takes over the entire map.
Yeah, it's insane, isn't it?
There's that Viper ban.
Yeah. Oh, they actually banned it on Vici though. Okay. So what do Vici need with the last pick? Like you're assuming it's going to be Venge offlane, right? So maybe like this Kunkka that's still in the pool could be a good option for them. Gives them a little bit more burst damage against the TB, which is nice.
Is it worth going Storm for Vici?
They could. It's a little bit greedy, I think. I think they need something slightly more tanky. I actually wouldn't mind something like a Tide as well, and they put the Venge mid. Because I think the base damage reduction against the TB is so, like, game-winning. And it just gives them that team fight pairing up with the Phoenix.
Or just go Eurus Tide and throw the Morphling mid.
Could do. Could put Tide mid as well.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
Seen a couple of teams do that before.
Ags Tide. That would be great.
Oh, no.
Why are you hating on the Ags? Ooh, Void Spirit. Okay, so this is a hero we were seeing a lot of. A lot of control. Kind of does a lot early. You know, can be more active than I think maybe like in comparison to Jug or that we saw in the last game. Not maybe the fairest comparison, but compared to that, I think both these heroes kind of push a pace. I don't think Morphling desperately needs to be waiting so long. And now Shadow Shaman. So is it Core Mirana or mid Shadow Demon?
I hope it's mid Shadow Shaman. Please. Oh, please. This would be amazing. Oh, boo. Boo.
Mid Mirana.
The Shaman's really good up against the Morphling, though, right? Because it forces him to build Lincolns. And even then, like, it's not a free Morphling game.
Somnus's Mirana set is the ultra rare Mirana and that like $1,200 mount.
And he's got the effect around him as well.
Oh my god.
Is that part of the mount or is that a separate thing? That's insane.
Yeah, well, I'll take a look when we get into the game. That is ridiculous.
Have you clicked on my profile and seen my Mirana mount, though? That's the really good one.
Yeah, that one's disgusting. You told me to click on that yesterday. I regretted it a lot.
I would never change that. I've got the worst Mirana mount ever, but because it's so bad, it's so good. It will never be gotten rid of. Yeah, so let's talk about the Shadow Shaman. So it's really good up against these two mobile cores of the Morphling and the Void Spirit.
Yeah.
We saw a really good Shadow Shaman yesterday from Ollie, I think it was. He played insanely well. So I'm looking forward to seeing this one from FY as well. I don't know how well Mirana's going to do mid against the Void Spirit, and I'm not sure how much of a believer I am in Mirana core in general, but I'm willing to be proven wrong, and FI Shadow Shaman, always fun to watch.
Jeez, level 2300 on that battle pass. That's amazing. Actually amazing.
Maybe he just gets all his levels gifted to him by like fans.
by LGD.
Yeah, by LGD.
But it's in the form of a weekly salary. Let's take a look at this. Where are the effects coming from? There's an animation on the bunny and then ambient effects for the entire Mirana set. I think it's coming from like the bow, by the way, that ambient effect.
Right, okay.
He's got these amazing items and he hasn't even unlocked all the relics. Come on.
No spells destroyed with Manta. What a noob. God.
That's ridiculous.
30 seconds to battle.
How do they pressure this TB in the laning stage, actually? I said that about the Naga, to be fair. And they did a decent job at trying to stop her early on. I just feel like TB's a little bit more difficult to kill, especially in the laning stage, because when he gets the meta, right?
The battle begins.
Oh, FY manages... Oh, no, sorry, not FY. Chalice manages to take a rune away from PYW. So it's 3 to the side of LGD.
Not really much, yeah, the Phoenix could have done to stop that from happening. Hasn't skilled anything either.
Just in case he decides to take Sunray at level 1. Why is he taking Disruption at level 1? That's interesting.
Yeah, no Shadow Poison. But should be there level 2. Very interested in this mid matchup because I'm wondering how Somnus is going to do on this Mirana.
Yeah, same. It's a different one, isn't it, right? Like, we've been seeing a decent amount of this voice hit, but Mirana mid, I think this is the first time this tournament. Yeah, and like I said, I'm not a huge believer.
We say no.
But yeah, when you get this level 2 with a Starfall and then possibly Arrow combo, it feels really good.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh, X Nova. Easy peasy.
Taking out a courier. Would Chalice take level 1? He's gone Conjure Image. So yeah, a lot of TVs, they've been skipping the level 1 Metamorphosis, and I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. And he's just last hitting, like, just a 0, just letting his illusion. Oh, hang on. I missed that one completely.
DY killing FY.
Yeah.
The battle of the Ys.
And let's point it out again, just in case everybody's forgotten. Whoever wins this game goes through to the playoffs. Whoever loses is out of the group stage. Just this one game, not even the series.
Yeah. Well, it would give Vici the series, but yes. If they were to win. Now they've got the Disruption and meta popped. Yang gonna try and TP out. The damage, though, not enough. It only forces Yang back to the tier 1 tower with tangos, so not a lot of regen for him.
He has no courier either. Like,
yeah.
This is pretty bad.
Oh no.
He's gonna have to stay super conservative in his lane. I wouldn't be surprised if they just want to go and disrupt him. Yeah. There's no reason to not try and just get this kill. You know he doesn't have regen. He just TP'd back to the tier 1 tower. You kill him there, and now he's got to walk back.
Is PYW dead? Oh, he hasn't popped the stick.
That is pretty bad for Yang overall.
X Nova, though, is dying to the illusion. Rad. Does he have more mana coming out in the career? He has a mango. Okay. Is this the last series, last day where we get 3 series in a row?
I think so.
Oh, that's sad.
Because the next days are 2 series. Like tomorrow, I think is just upper bracket level 1, round 1. And the day after that, it's upper bracket round 2, and then lower bracket round 1.
Right, okay.
Radiant structures are
Chalice. Getting pressured here under the tower. BYW is just under the tower. Like, in a very aggressive spot.
Lost all his HP. He is level 3 now, though, so the Fire Spirits do start to hurt.
Bring that flying X Nova towards mid. Get that 4-minute rune into the hands of Somnus. He picks up a regen, so fills up the bottle and has a regen. That's always a plus.
How's this mid lane going? Yeah, so it's pretty even in terms of CS overall. What's the net worth like, though? Yeah, it's still relatively even as well. I think,
Radiant are
as I
scanning.
said, Voice Spirit probably has to bring out a little bit more regen.
Magic Missile, Icarus Dive with the Fire Spirits. X-Nova taking a lot of damage, trying to at least get a kill here on a PYW. Couple stacks of Shadow Poison,
Mid lane
and
as
they
well,
will get
Shackle.
a trade. Shackle's out. Kill on Ori. DY rotates, won't kill off anybody. They had the Terror Blade low, but Yang unable to get the finishing touches up top, too.
Yeah, DY rotates, but at least he can get the XP in the mid lane for while the Voice Spirit's dead. He's going to try and sleep the Mirana here. Is DY going to... Oh, he missed uphill once. Oh, dear. Poor guy.
Gets a couple of sips from the bottle.
I'd like to see what Ori does when he hits the level 6. Though. Top lane as well, they're going to disrupt the Venge.
They don't have the damage yet, but if he lands another Shadow Poison, I think he's just dead, yeah. Next Nova, I'm not certain he gets out of this. The damage from him and the Phoenix and the Illusion, more than enough.
I've seen his build on the TV as well, going for drums before the treads are even, or boots are even gone for. Which I don't mind too much. Like, it's okay.
We now
Is
level
Shannis in
6.
trouble?
PYW, Sunray, Magic Missile, Chalice. Whoa! One more shot from Yang gets the kill. They lose the Bane bottom, but getting a kill into the TV there, that'll feel pretty great.
Mid lane as well. Void Spirit just playing around this Astral Step.
This has been a lot of action in all three lanes.
Yeah, he managed to get the 6-minute rune on the Void Spirit, so his presence here is really strong, especially with this catapult wave. He has no Astral Steps left, though. The arrow
The
misses.
arrow, Somnus, can't be missing that arrow. FY, he'll go down. They might even go for more, but it's still tough to pressure,
Dire's middle tower
at least under the
is
tier 1
attack.
tower. However, with the sleep, they've got the Aether Remnant. X-Nova taking a lot of damage. Astral Step across both Somnus and X-Nova.
Thank you.
They get yet another.
Yeah, really well played, actually. And again, like I say, what does Void Spirit do when he hits a 6? Apparently, everyone just comes to him. Like, he doesn't even need to go anywhere. Gets the kills, and Eurus is just free farming in the bot lane as well at the same time. So lane's going pretty evenly so far, but I'd say probably Vici favoured slightly. And the fact that the Smurfling's having a good time is a bit of a problem. Old 11, is he going Vlads first? What's he? He's got Gloves of Haste coming out in the courier. Okay. Is he just keeping a casual mask?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's going Mask of Madness.
I actually have no idea what he's building. Just looking to go treads, I guess, but wants to farm.
Dire's top tower.
I want to
is
grab
under
something
attack.
here. They've got the disruption
Top.
arrow timed. This time it lands, and they'll get a kill with it. So I'm just getting the killing spree, and he's found himself 3-0-0 on the start.
Ori's coming and wrapping around mid here as well towards FY.
No, they'll try to kill the Shadow Shaman. They've got 3 heroes, so 2 Astral Steps. Use Aether Remnant with the Sunray. Get a kill on FY very quickly. Although I've been thinking about the Rolling Thunder, but immediately slapped by DY.
Yeah, I like that from DY. He gets a second point in Nightmare at 5 as well. I really like to see this on Bane. Like, a lot of the time you go for just 2 points in Brain Sap, maybe 3 sometimes. But, and then you just...
Yang again. They've got themselves the Metamorphosis. Arrow flies in. Somnus to stay put in this top lane. They might even get PYW, who's made the rotation over.
Dire's bottom tower
Icarus
is under
dive
attack.
and made more than enough space between him and the side of LGD, and now this tier 1
Radiant's
tower's in some
structures
trouble.
are fortified.
I'm surprised they're not trying to defend with more heroes here. And it looks like Void Spirit is starting to run towards the top lane. Wonder how much he gets done here. Like, X-Nova's a really easy target. He drops a sentry down.
Astral Step. Oh god, with the Aether Remnant and the Resonant Pulse. Just a quick kill there. He Astral stepped right next to Chalice.
Void.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
Two
that one.
sips left in the bottle, so you'll be okay. And if there was a +1 there with the TB, he probably dies.
That is the Sunder on cooldown now, though. So they actually have a window where they could kill the TB now a lot easier. And I'd be interested to see if they actually try to force that one. They're just taking stacks as well in the jungle. Phoenix hits at level 6 now as well. They're trying to chase Ori here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Thinking about the Rolling Thunder once again. He's got Swashbuckle up. Ooh, Royal Jelly. Good one to have. No more, no Mango Tree for LGD, but I think they'd rather the Royal Jelly at this point.
It's okay. I gives him a head start.
Who's he going to pass that
Dire's
over
top
to?
tower is under
I mean, I
attack.
assume the Mirana.
Gives it up to, yeah, gives it off to Somnus.
Top lane.
They'll go for Yang, get the kill there, and over mid, I believe there was a Fiend's Grip used, but well, they get to stop that. Old 11 moving forward, has the Rolling Thunder, hits onto the Bane. Should be a second kill for them as the
Top lane
Shadow
as well.
Poison stacks go up, but he's got the Nightmare, so he stays alive. DUI, though, eventually, he will fall. Old 11 kills off DUI. Somnus gets PYW. At the end of the day, it ends up 3 for 1.
Dire's bottom tower is
Quick
under
swashbuckle
attack.
as well.
Radiant's
was really
middle
close.
tower is under attack.
Old 11 always dying in the mid lane as well. But yeah, I mean, the Phoenix manages to get a solo kill onto the Shaman top, but just dies to Somnus for it. I'm not sure if that's worth. But Yang is having a really rough game on this Vengeful Spirit.
Then.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This game's still pretty close. Morphling really hasn't been touched too much, but over towards top. Yang again, he's getting low. Serpent Ward's down, and the swap surviving with a couple of shots. Ori now gets
Here's
the
Old
kill into
11,
FY. They keep Yang alive. Old 11 comes in. He's just running forward. He doesn't have Rolling Thunder just yet for another second, but he gets it with the stun. The Astral Step, they'll get the kill there around Somnus. He leaped forward.
Oh, dude,
Now with Chalice making the rotation, he's got Metamorphosis. They'll get not one, but two, as it's a double kill for the TV, with PYW and Ori needing to retreat.
Chalice is farming so well on this TB though. It feels like he's doing a really good job of just getting involved all the time. Like whenever he has meta up, it feels like he's getting kills, getting assists. And like if you compare his KDA to the Morphling, he's 4-1 and 4. Eurus on the other hand 0-0-1.
Gosh, they get another one in PYW. Ori's trying to make something happen, but it's just him against the world at the moment. I don't know if he wants to be moving in like that. Eurus is here, but all he's got is a Perseverance.
But he has to go for this Lincoln's first, right? We talked about it up against the Shadow Shaman. Otherwise, this game's insanely hard. Like, he just gets hexed up first every single fight and dies.
Astral Step looks at Somnus, doesn't land the Aether Remnant.
Look, Eurus with the mini TB.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That looks so dumb.
Just doesn't scale that right. Scale right. It looks
Dire's top tower
odd.
is under attack.
Oh, the extra attack range is
Dire's
crazy, actually.
structures are fortified. Radiant are scanning.
Hitting for 239. It's going to be nice on this tier 1 tower from a distance. Should be able to take it no problem.
He can attack it from out of range of the tower as well.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
If you morph into TB, Stealing an Illusion, use it, do you then lose the illusion when you
Radiant
change back?
structures are fortified.
Like, and the timer runs out, I mean.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I assume not, but...
Dire's top tower is
Good
under
Serpent
attack.
Ward's bottom, but let's see if they get this tier 1 tower.
Yeah, they're smoking down towards
Coming
this,
to
though,
it.
with the Mirana.
They smoke, they come bottom. They need to be careful about how they position themselves. PYW with a good Supernova can really turn this around. They've got the Fiend's Grip immediately onto the Pangolier, so that stops Old 11 in his tracks. They'll get the kill onto the Pangolier, and now it doesn't look like they should be able to go in on this tier 1.
Yang's got the swap as well.
Swap, stun, Somnus with the Aether Remnant, make it a second. And it's it's not over just yet. FY getting chased. Chalice goes into the Metamorphosis. They have the Hex as well as the Shackle, but they're fighting into the Supernova. They get the Kona Yang. They'll lose FY. Chalice on the run. Adaptive Strike comes in. They've got X-Nova ready to maybe try and defend this TB, who has a Sunder, but I don't think that's going to matter if they can continue to catch him. X-Nova throws the Disruption onto the TB. So X-Nova, he ends up losing his life. They've got the Disruption from the Swashbuckler coming in from all the way. They'll get the kill to Chalice, and now the Rolling Thunder, it's not going to be enough. They already took out the TB. It hits the Bane, but you've not really accomplished much.
Marana arrow.
Good job by DY.
That fight started off as an absolute disaster. The Pango got Fiend's Grip, and I'm pretty sure X-Nova made a massive mistake there, disrupting Ori on the Void Spirit when he could have used it on the Pango instead. Because I think if he uses it on the Pango, it means he can get his Rolling Thunder off.
Arrow, Sunray. Jesus, Somnus. That is back-to-back quick deaths, and they're going to get FY2. Ooh. There it is. He actually morphed into the Marana.
And they found a +1 as well with the Yules.
Oh, dear. And he can throw his own arrow. Oh, but the Swashbuckle still hits him.
They're just running over them.
He's nearby. They're just going to keep going. PYW, he ends up surviving, but X-Nova dies, and this has been like a 9-0.
That's what it feels like, doesn't it? Like they're just TPing in one by one and dying on LGD. Like over and over again, and all of a sudden it's a 4K net worth advantage. My goodness. And there's a Lincoln's on the Morphling now as well.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Dear, oh dear, LGD.
Body after body. God, that is all of a sudden a 4,000 net worth lead here for Vici.
What item do we think the Morphling goes for next? Does he want like a Manta, or does he feel like he could just go for an E-Blade? Because I feel like it's a really good E-Blade game if he can be greedy. Maybe he just wants BKB as well, because it's also just a good BKB game. Like, he can just get the damage. If he turns into the Marana or the TB, they can be his, like, source of damage, right? Yeah, he's gonna go E-Blade. Okay.
Yeah, go E-Blade. I think they've gotten and afforded themselves enough of a lead to make that decision. Like LGD, after losing everybody twice, it seems, except for Chalice, I don't think anybody's going to be ready to go up against this Vici lineup for a little while.
Ori has played insanely well on this Void Spirit, by the way. 8-1 and 6. It feels like he's been like all over the place, like pushing the limits on this hero.
Radiant are scanning.
And it's been a joy to watch. He's going for this Axe first instead of the Orchid that we've been seeing some of the Void Spirits go for. And I think it's the right call this game. The silence is going to be so good up against all these heroes, so this AoE is going to be really important. I think I prefer the Orchid if you feel like you can get pick-offs like around the map by yourself, but I think the way this game's going, a lot of it is just descending into team fights, right? So you kind of want the item that gives you the advantage in the team fights in the Ags rather than the one that gives you the pick-off potential.
How do you fight in this if you're LGD? I mean, they've got the Aegis on the Morphling. Yours should feel fine to continue to farm and get this Eagle Song. He's only 1,200 gold away from it, and honestly, I don't think at any point LGD are going to think, hey, we should fight this Morphling who's got 2 lives, even though we're behind. This is really a predicament for LGD in the spot that they're in.
Old 11. I think he might be dead.
Gosh, yeah, quick kill.
And they're just
another one for Eurus.
If they get this tier 2, they start to open up the outpost as well.
Structures are fortified.
Like, this is insane. Like, LG is just okay. They're gonna smoke up actually. If Ori breaks this and gets out,
and he broke it on the Mirana, so he sees them coming over. He's got a haste. How do you catch him?
They have a sentry
Now
down
they're
as
under
well.
a sentry, so this is even worse. They have the Hex out on Ori, but it's not going to be enough. The disruption comes through as well as the Serpent Wards. They've got the Shackle onto the Phoenix. Can they survive on the Phoenix and get a Supernova off? No, they can't, so PYW dies. Somnus hits the deck. A 1-for-1 so far. Moonlight Shadow finally runs out.
Yang just turns up
And
at
now running from old 11 as they've lost X-Nova too. But Eurus, look at him. He's in the Metamorphosis. He's been hexed up. They go after Yang. Chalice, does he have the damage? Yes, they do. Fiends group, though, onto this Pangolier. That should be enough to get a kill there. And now Chalice is almost basically by himself as finally FY dies. And now he is by himself.
Oh, they can't find him, though. Good TP out. But again, like, they're just struggling so hard to do, like, lock down these two really mobile cores. And the Void Spirit and the Morph, they're just bouncing around all over the fight. Like, Ori's, it feels like he's setting everything up. Like, with this Yule Scepter into the Aether Remnant. And he's now, like, 1,000 gold off this Aghanim Scepter. And the fights are going to be so much more difficult then.
God, now 7k net worth lead.
An Arcane Rune.
Thank you. I shall
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
That's such a bad spot for LGD.
Eurus has E-Blade coming out on the Courier now as well. So the TB actually just dies. Like, to this whole thing. I really like to see him go BKB, I think, on the TB. Otherwise, I don't know how they win a fight. I know it's not what you want to be doing, but, like, he's in a situation now where he has to be able to stand his ground and just deal damage. The problem is, like, if he gets BKB, can he even do that?
X-Nova. Disruption, but they've got DUI here. Right click and the adaptive strike to get the kill. Turns into the Mirana, so now he's got the lead forward. And oh, the BM! Look at Eurus. All he wants is a high five, guys. Somebody clap his
He's just
hand.
going in.
Jesus. Oh my god, past the tier 3! No fear for his own life. Like Vici, you've been in that spot before. You don't want to go too far.
Yeah, I've got PTSD, don't do that. The Shadow Shaman has TP, by the way, but he wants to drop wards or something for this bot tier 2, so he doesn't even TP back to help there. And even if he does, like, Morphling has Aegis, right? It doesn't even matter. Can they get PYW down here? This is a difficult kill.
Serpent Wards.
Dire's middle tower
Get committed.
Oh, FY. Oh, no.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Run.
Oh, swap. Swap again. Now you've got the Wave of Terror, so use both swaps. Meanwhile, X-Nova dead off screen to Eurus.
That was
chase
cute.
FY and eventually go after him and get the kill. So Moonlight Shadow comes in. It's not going to matter much.
He did get the tier 2, though. It's pretty good.
Eurus? Alright.
Can they time the Rolling Thunder here?
No,
Oh,
with
the
Fiend's
grip.
Grip off. DY being a savior. He might give up his own life for it, but at the same time, I think you're okay with that. Nightmare of... Oh my god, DY. Massive player.
Look at Ori, though, here. He wants to find more, I think. He's got this Aghanim Scepter.
Axe.
And TB has used meta, by the way. Like, it's down to half duration already, so they might look to just try and fight again on Vici. Even without their Bane.
They look over Chalice. They've got the Astral Step in. Look at Somnus. Just gets destroyed. Eurus gets the kill there. The Shackles are already a bad decision as FY loses his life. Aether Remnant locks up Chalice, making a triple kill for Eurus. 4 heroes gone. They look at old 11. They've got themselves the Yules. It doesn't line up with the Aether Remnant because it's on cooldown, but there's the Wave of Terror and the damage coming in from Eurus. It should be a full team wipe as old 11 with the Magic Missile finally falls, and Vici come out very much ahead, and they get the GG call from LGD. They move on to the playoffs, and LGD is eliminated in the group stage.
So LGD, I have no idea what's happened here today to them. They played so poorly. Like, just in general.
That was not good from them in any way.
It felt like they were trying to make plays and things, like F1 the Shaman and stuff was like pushing bot lane and stuff, but I don't know, it just their lineup really lacked a punch. Like, I feel like what did Somnus play last game? Was it the DOTA? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like they're just not on the same wavelength today.